The hidden battery inside your body, the paradox of triglycerides. Everyone, did you know there is a high-performance backup battery inside you? It is triglycerides. Triglycerides store energy neatly for later, and when your body needs fuel, they step in like an emergency ration. But even a helpful battery becomes a problem when it overfills. If the storage room gets packed and spills into your bloodstream, that is when triglycerides can turn into a health enemy. Today, we will explore why triglycerides build up and how to empty that battery wisely. Many people think, if I do not eat greasy food, my triglycerides will not rise. But here is the surprising twist. One of the biggest drivers of high triglycerides is not meat fat, but the white powders we love, carbohydrates and sugar. Your liver can convert extra calories, especially from carbohydrate-rich foods, into triglycerides. Here is a fascinating body experiment idea. Even if you severely restrict dietary fat, if you overeat rice, bread, and sugary foods, the liver can quickly transform that excess into fat. This is your body's efficient storage strategy, turning carbohydrates into fat. In science, it is closely related to de novo lipogenesis. In other words, bread can quietly turn into belly fat, and once you understand that mechanism, it becomes intellectually obvious why controlling sweets matters. So what happens when there are too many triglycerides in your blood? If you draw blood after a meal and spin it in a centrifuge, you can sometimes see a pale, milky fat layer floating on top. Those particles are called chylomicrons. When this oily load keeps circulating, the blood becomes thicker and more sluggish, like clear broth that cools and turns greasy. There is another important point. High triglycerides often travel with other risky lipid patterns and can be associated with fatty buildup in artery walls and higher cardiovascular risk, especially when paired with high LDL or low HDL. Triglycerides are also commonly checked as part of a lipid profile because they help estimate heart risk. Now, how do you empty an overfilled battery? The answer is simpler than it sounds. You help your body switch from storage mode to use mode. A light walk about 30 minutes after a meal is one of the best ways to burn circulating triglycerides as energy. And omega-3 fats, rich in oily fish, can act like a natural brake by helping reduce triglyceride levels for many people, alongside overall lifestyle changes. Understanding your body's energy rules and managing them with intention is one of the most intelligent ways to protect your health. Starting today, how about emptying that inner battery in a way that feels good?